And if moms are active, America is on the right course. And I thank you for all of your hard work. I wish that, I think my mom would probably be a mom for liberty if I was a kid today. But the things that you have advocated for have been crucial to our success. The young ladies that just walked off a stage, I got a chance to see them as they were coming off and coming out. And all I'm thinking is that these young girls, what all they want is just a fair shot and a fair opportunity to compete. And so we have fought hard to make sure there's going to be no boys in women's sports. That is done. But look, we got to be honest. The work is never over. You chapter chairs all across America, thank you for your hard work. Because the work you do in your communities not only brings truth to what's going on in our country, it also helps voters understand how critical their voice are when it comes time to make choices about elected officials. We still have some who think that it's okay for boys and women's sports, or it's okay to take away puberty from children. But I will tell you that in our movement that stands for truth and stands for children, we will always protect the innocence of our children. We will always do this. We will always make sure they're getting the best education possible. Tina and my wife, they go back a long way. They were school board members back in 2014, 2015, during those times. And during that time, when they got elected to the school board, I'm literally at home watching my wife come home from these meetings and just see the level of, one, frustration in what was happening, but also a passion to do everything that was necessary to have real change and to have real facts and real honesty come into the debate of how our children will be educated, how our children will be nurtured in order to become the adults that we need them to be. And it is your organization here, Tina, Moms for Liberty. We would not be in the position we are without you. But where are we going now? Because in a lot of states, obviously in Florida, the left has been thoroughly defeated. That's here in Florida. But what's next? Everybody's shouting their state. I'm like, what's next? She's like, Texas, Rhode Island's next. What's next is here in Florida, we have to institutionalize an agenda surrounded around parents being at the head of the table. The years and the time of bureaucrats dictating what happens in the life of a child, those days are over, and they're never coming back. You want to talk about continuing to hold the line on school choice in Florida? We're going to do that. Texas, Rhode Island, and you other states, you should join us in this. Because when parents have the purchasing power to dictate where their child goes to school, you actually empower not only the parent, but you empower that child to have access to the entire world of possibilities for their own individual success. When we talk about the future of making sure that in things like technology and in AI, yes, parents have to be at the head of the table, not a government, not a tech company, parents, to make sure that their kids are being protected. And we're going to make sure that happens here in the state of Florida. And around the United States, thank God that Kamala Harris is not president of the United States.